Hey guys, what's going on? Doing a DIY video here. Actually, not really DIY, it's more of an informative video for Reggie Day. As a subscriber. He asked me about the rock that I put in the 310. Well, I made all of my rock, but what I used was oyster shell from a Tractor Supply. You get 40 pounds for like 15 bucks. You got rock salt for water softener systems from Home Depot for, I think it was another 40-pound bag for 12 bucks, 15 bucks, somewhere in there. And then a 96-pound bag of Portland cement gray type 1/2. So you mix all that together. I usually do 2 parts of oyster shell, 1.5 parts of concrete, and 1.5 parts of the rock salt. And how you do it is you take the oyster shell, put it in the tub, a little bitty square tub, something to mix it in. You put it in a 5-gallon bucket for all I care. And then you take the concrete and you put it on top. Then you add water till you get almost like an oatmeal-like consistency. And then once you get that, you put your rock salt into the concrete mixture and you mix it up. All right. And once you mix it up real well, by the time you have that ready, you've got probably a good couple hours before you have to like do something with it. But I would suggest not to wait too long. So I usually have my mold pre-done before I mix everything up. And what you do is you want to get some play sand, which you can get at Home Depot for, I think it was, when I bought it was 50 pounds for $6. So I bought 2 bags of it. So I put it in a tub, and you have to get it wet. Not saturatedly wet, but it needs to be like pretty moist, at least where you can, if you grabbed a clump of it in your hand and you squeezed it, it would kind of stay in a little ball. But you don't want it where it's just completely swimming in water, because the rock won't cure. So you get it in the tub, you get the sand wet enough to where you can kind of shape it. You shape whatever design you're going to do, whatever kind of mold you're going to make, shape it, and then you take handfuls of this concrete mixture that you have and you sprinkle it in your mold. Now, you don't want to pat it down. You don't want to just shove it in there and throw it in big clumps. Because if you throw it in big clumps, it's going to pack, and you're not going to be able to get all the salt. You're not going to get the salt dissolved out of the concrete like you need to. So you sprinkle it all throughout the mold until you used up all your concrete and your oyster shell mixture. Once you get all that done, you take any excess of sand that you've pulled out to make your mold, and you put it back on top of it to give moisture throughout the entire concrete. It needs the moisture from the sand to finish curing all the concrete. So once you get that covered, then you let it set for 2 days, at a minimum of 2 days. I like to go 2.5, 3, just to make sure that it's done. Once it's cured and hardened, take it out, you rinse it out, you rinse all the sand off of the concrete, and it's still, like, you'll have chunks fall off of it because some of it will still be wet. But it's hard enough to where you can take it out, rinse all the sand off, and then what I do is I lay it on my driveway somewhere where it's going to get direct sunlight. So the sun will actually cook it, and throughout the day it'll bake it, and I'll leave it outside for about 2 or 3 days after it's been made. So you're talking total of 5 days as of right now, from making it to pulling it out and cleaning it off, then to let it finish curing and hardening. Then after that, I like to put it, well, you have to actually do this. You can't skip this step. If you skip this step, you'll destroy your tank. You need to take that rock, put it in some sort of a bucket. You're going to need bigger than a 5-gallon. I bought a big, I think it was a 60-gallon circular tub from Home Depot for like 50 bucks. And I put all my rock in there, and I fill it up with water, and I just let it sit. and the rock will it'll dissolve all that salt that's inside of the rock that you made. And it takes about 5 days to get it all out. But what you got to do is every day you have to go out there. This is the most important part. You have to replace the water in that bucket every single day. Because every day it fills up with the calcium and all that dissolved from the rock. You got to dump that crap out, fill it up again so it can dissolve more. And you do that about 3 or 4 times, about 3 or 4 or 5 days, and just let it sit. Let it sit, rinse, let it sit, rinse, let it sit, rinse. Then after about 5 days, take it out, rinse it off again. Just one last with the hose. Just hit it up really, really good, and then set it out on the concrete on the driveway to dry. Once it's dry, I like to put it in the garage until I need it. So I've got a piece of rock out there right now. It's been there for 3 weeks, just sitting there waiting for me to use it. I have no need for it right now. The 310 is set up. It's good. So anyway, I have a rock. What the hell's on my shirt? Sorry about that. Anyway, I've got a rock curing at the house. Oh, sorry. We got a rock curing at the house now. So and Saturday, it's Thursday now. So Saturday, I'll pull it out and I'll show it to y'all. I'll rinse it off and all that good stuff. And I'll show you the tub that I put in. I'll do a part 2 to this. And maybe I'll even make another one when I pull that one out. I'll make something else. Because it's kind of addicting. Because once you do one, you want to do another one. You want to see if you can do. You can, again, with this, your imagination is your best friend. You can make all kinds of like caves, and you don't even need like the fake stones. You can make your own. All you have to do is do the mold right. I'm actually going to make a cave that's slanted. It's going to have an angle to it where it touches the substrate, and it's going to have a curve. It's going to curve all the way around. That way, when the fish go in it, there's no going out the back side. It's going to be stuck into the bottom of the tank, and then they'll get in there and then they'll clean out all the substrate out of it, and so it'll be a real deep hole for them. And I mean, I have one right now that's like that. I didn't plan it like that, but my tank boss, he's like, "Yo, bro, I'm parking it right here." So he parks his ass right there every night, same damn spot. Got my egg crate showing and everything. What the hell's going on with that something? Don't he know that I'm trying to keep the tank looking good? What are you destroying it every time? But anyway, tomorrow is water change day, so we won't be doing a video about that because who hadn't seen a water change? Anyway, guys, hope you liked the video. Like I said, Saturday we'll do an update to this one. If you have any questions, comment, let me know what's up. All right, later, guys.